Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. This is my first, no, this is not my first, sorry. I've done a get ready with me before in the past, but this is going to be kind of different because I'm going to be talking you guys through a particular topic. I wanted to just sit down and talk about this without doing anything, but I felt like, why don't I just get ready in front of you guys? I'll be talking about staff, talking about artisans, talking about undiolo, like we call it, workers, the carpenters, painters, tailors, staff at home, staff at work. Just, you know what I'm talking about, the way I deal with stuff, the way I handle them. Yeah, basically I want this video to be an interactive video. Share your experiences with me, tell me how you handle it, advise me on what you think I should do, and I hope that what I say or my experiences I share with you is going to help you somehow, I guess. So let's just get right into the video, and I hope you guys are not forgetting to subscribe, and not forgetting to like, and not forgetting to share and comment and do all of that. I've been seeing you guys' comments. You guys are the best. Like, the comments I just received, and I'm like, do you know me personally? Do you know me? Because some people really want me to win. Some people really want me to do great and just be successful on this platform. And I'm so happy, I'm so grateful, and I'm so thankful to all of you for your comments. I see all of them, and I'm so appreciative of all of them. Like, now I'm sick. I have the worst flu. My son went to school and gave it to everybody in the house, and I was the last to get it. So now mine is like the worst. I have malaria as well. I don't feel too good, but trust me, it's not gonna stop anything. I'm going to try as much as possible. So just forgive my, because I feel like I'll keep on doing it. I'm trying to drink lots of water, so I'm hydrated throughout the video. But just in case that is annoying you, I'm really sorry, I can't help it, because I have to have like runny nose. I have to keep on doing so it doesn't just fall off my nose. What else? I think let's just get right into the video. Okay, wait, before I even start, look at my microbladed brows. Do you guys remember my microblading? I have brows. I usually don't have brows without makeup, but look at me now. I love the results. This is like 2 weeks after, so I don't even do that much with my brows. I just fill it in and just use my concealer, and it's just lovely. This is the best decision ever. I love it. Okay, so basically we're talking about staff today, Ndiolo, workers basically. And to be honest, I'm sure I'm going to be using my brow pencil from MAC. This is stud. I've used this pencil for like years now. I just always keep on buying it when it finishes, but yeah, that's what I'm using. So basically, I'm sure some people are even going to categorize me under Ndiolo, to be honest, because I feel like if you sell a product or if you offer services, people will call you Ndiolo, like workers. So I'm sure some people have even issues with my own business and with my own products and with my own services. So I'm never going to act holier than thou, but let me just share my own experience. If I'm part of your own experience, go and share it to your own page or to your own people. Let me talk about my own here. Okay. So yeah, basically, workers, I have my mirror here, so in case I'm looking down here, that's where my mirror is. 2 categories basically. I have my house staff and I have the ones in the office. So let's start with house. I think house staff, common house staff, we have nannies, we have cooks, we have drivers, we have cleaners, we have, what other thing can you find in the house? Some people have gardeners, some people have even security men, some people have gate men. What else do you have in the house as staff? I think that's the basic categories for house staff. But talking based on my own experience, the only people I have is, I have nannies, I have a cook, and I have a driver, right? So those are the only ones. To be honest, I don't even have much to talk about with the driver because I love driving myself. Everybody that knows me knows I actually love driving. So the driver is usually with my husband or school runs or things like that, like sending him, but I don't interact with the driver, to be honest, one-on-one. So I don't have that much experience with drivers, because if I can go somewhere by myself, best believe I'm going to go to that place by myself. So yeah, let me talk about the one I know that I deal with. Nannies. Nannies, let me talk about my experience. So basically I have 2 kids. The first set of nannies I had, because I usually get them in sets because these people are going to mess you up. No, in fact, when I gave birth to my first child, I had only 1 nanny because my mom was around, so I just had 1 nanny, and she was kind of elderly. So that was the first mistake I made, having 1 nanny in the beginning. So my mom was here, so I didn't really feel the need to get like 2 nannies, and I was like, it's just a baby now, so no need. Let me just get 1 nanny. She was kind of, she was older. She was like 38 or so. She's a bit mature. So I didn't really feel or notice anything while my mom was here, because you know when your mom is around, your mom is basically doing most of the things. So I didn't notice anything while she was here, and I forgot something. I knew I was going to forget something. Sorry about that. I'll just use this other one. When she came for the Omugo period, you know, Omugo time now, your mom will come, and my mom actually was the one that brought her from the village. So it was perfect. It was like based on recommendation, brought her here, and you know, she was elderly, so I was like, oh, perfect. And she had a daughter actually, so I was like, oh, she has the experience, perfect, everything makes sense. So she came, my mom was here for a couple of months, so that's when I now started noticing everything about the nanny. When my mom now left, I now started having like a one-on-one interaction with the nanny, because when my mom was around, to be honest, I was not really talking to the nanny. I'll just tell my mom something and she'll tell the nanny, you know. So I didn't notice anything. So when my mom now left, I now started noticing some things. Basically, she was good, no doubt, but she was just lazy. She was just super lazy. So that's when I realized that, see, I needed to get a second nanny, because just her alone, it wasn't just even making sense. And like I said, because my mom was around, I didn't notice it. So in situations like this, when I'm trying to sleep in the morning and maybe she wants to use the restroom, I didn't like the fact that maybe she'll leave the baby in the room while she go and use the restroom. So I just needed someone that always be there with her. So that's what gave me the idea of 2 nannies at all times. Like, I need 2 nannies, so in case one person needs to use the restroom or needs to eat, all of that, they don't feel like they have to sit down there with the baby. And you know, when you give birth to a baby, you can't just leave the baby anyhow now, unlike when the child is a toddler. So that's what gave me the inspiration or the idea of getting the second nanny. So I got the second nanny, so I now had 2 nannies. That was the biggest mistake of my life. Like, not having 2 nannies, but the 2 nannies I brought to put together, worst mistake. The second one I brought to was a bit mature as well. That one was probably like, she lied. No, they always lie about it. She said she was 24. I'm sure she was like 28 or even almost 30, because she was really mature as well too. So they both came, or Igbo ladies. They're both, I think one is from Imo, one is from, were they both from Imo? I can't remember where they're from, but yeah, they were both Imo. They were both Igbo people, sorry. So they could understand each other, like, so they're always speaking like Igbo and all of that. So in the beginning, everything seemed normal. Everything seemed fine. I was like, okay, they're getting along well. They always gisting, discussing. Everything was fine, going well. Until one day, I started hearing, you know when you're sleeping and you just start hearing, I was like, what's going on? Basically, what I'm trying to say is she's calling her like devil, God punish you, things like that. What's Chukubogoko? Fire. See. Basically, God punish you. So apparently, that's when I realized that they've been fighting since. So the fight did not start today. They've been fighting. I don't know what they're always fighting about, but they're always fighting. And the kind of insult to be hearing the other one give the one with the child is that you gave birth out of wedlock. You prostitute. That's why you're not in your husband's house. My madam, like, you two, you're not in your husband's house. But it's okay. So they're just always fighting. It was a very serious fight though. They didn't get to the point of blows, but like arguments. They were shouting, insulting each other, like deep words. I still ignored it because I was like, if I saw it as entertainment, I saw it as Nollywood, because me, I like gist, I like fight. So I remember then I used to just sit as when they fight, I was watching the camera and be like, yes, like slap, but they didn't fight, basically. So it was fine because it was not affecting my child, my son. Like, they usually used to fight when he's sleeping. They would not start fighting. So to me, I was like, so long as it's not affecting him, it's fine. They can be fighting. It's okay. It's good for me. Entertainment. Until the day it not actually started affecting my child. So basically, when they're fighting like this, they now start getting to a point where they wanted to be loved by us. Like, they were looking for who the favorite would be. Like, who does madam love more? Who does madam prefer taking care of the child more? Or like giving him a bath? Or no, I was no one even giving him a bath because I couldn't even trust them. Like feeding him, no, things like that. That's when I now said, okay, now it's not involving my child. I don't want it. Because they were legit, like, if one person is carrying the child and the other person wants to come and carry the child, they're like saying no. Like, do you understand? I can't. It was not even funny. They would just be doing petty things, or they would do things that would affect the child and blame it on the other person. And I was like, but now this will not work. So I called them finally, had a talk with them. I don't like how you guys are going about this thing. Like, if people want to fight, fight. I'm just so hopeless. Like, if you want to fight, but don't involve the child. Like, I don't care. I don't like any of you more than the other one. Like, all of you are my bloody staff. I'm not paying anyone more than the other one. So all of you are just here to work. So work. So I think that didn't work for them, to be honest. So they continued their fighting, but then now they're reducing their voice. So I don't hear when they're fighting. I'll be using my primer now. Who does their face before their brows? You guys are weird. I do my brows first, so before I do my face. So anyways, I'm using this primer from Milk, and it's called the Hydro Grip Primer. That's what it looks like. So yeah, that didn't work for them. They really wanted a winner, or who will be loved the most. And I was like, I don't have time for that, basically. So I didn't know how serious the fight got to until one day, the other one, that's the second one that came into the room. I was like, ma, see, I need to leave. I need to leave this house. If I don't leave this house, I'll break bottle on the other one's head. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm not the one chasing you. I don't understand why you're leaving because of someone else. Like, if she's disturbing you, ignore her. Like, don't give her time of day. She was like, no, that she knows that she knows that she gets physical here, that I'm going to fire her. So there's no need of her staying here and getting physical. So let her just go, because she has imagined so many times of using bottle to break the other one's head. That she's so annoying, that she's a wicked person, that she does eye service, that she's this, that she's that. And mind you, sorry, I didn't even, let me take it back. Before this happened, I had cooks are like a whole different story. I feel like I should have done that video with just cooks. I had a cook that had an issue with this, the one that had a child. That's the one we're talking about. I had a cook that had an issue with her. So I already knew that one has an issue. So when this one was complaining about breaking bottle, I remembered when the cook was saying he wanted to use knife and stab her. Like, when people are having crazy thoughts about it, that means she must be really crazy. So when she was saying the whole breaking bottle, I was like, they've complained about this woman before, the cook. And the cook even left because of her, actually. The cook left because of her. And he was like, he doesn't want to stab this woman because she's really annoying. You know, this kind of patients also kind of people that they'll finish being wicked to you, then they don't pretend like they're good in front of like the workers. But because we have cameras, so we see when she's doing these evil things, but she'll not come in front of us and start swearing to God and man. How can she do that? So I low-key knew she was evil, but I was like, she's good with the child. Like, so I don't know. Anyway, so when this one came to complain that she wants to leave, she doesn't want to break bottle on her head, and I was like, I'm not chasing you. Don't leave. This one, that one. Like joke. The next day, she packed her things and said she's going. I said, And one thing I hate, in fact, what I do is that I don't pay my staff. Like, I don't pay my nannies. My cooks, I pay them every month. But every other staff, I pay them every month. But with the nannies, I don't pay them every month because they're mad. They will leave you, and they'll leave you high and dry, and you'll be looking for someone else to replace them. And with nannies, I don't like replacing them up and down because they're taking care of your kids. You don't want jobs getting different nannies here and there. So the thing really pissed me off because I always want them from the beginning. Before I employ you, I'll tell you, see, I don't pay monthly. You know, I put your money in like your own account. I have like a staff account where I put their money, and if they want like money sent to their family, I can send it to their family. If they want money for something, which they don't even see why they need money for anything, because I basically supply everything for them. Like, I give them everything they need, their cream, everything basically. If they're sick, they go to hospital, like pay for everything. So basically, I'm keeping your money in the staff account just for insurance for me, so you can't just be leaving, and for you as well, so you can save money. Because I had one that actually wanted to be giving all her money to her brother while she was working here, and it didn't make sense to me. So basically, I don't pay them. I'm using Fenty Beauty foundation, and it is in 440. So basically, I don't pay them. I just keep the money for them, and when they want to leave, I just give them their money. Or if I fire you, I don't give you your money, and that helps me too. So when you're leaving, you can give me enough notice. I can find someone else, not just tell me I'm leaving today. And for what? No. When she said she was leaving, I was not like, see, I'm not the one firing you, so don't expect I'll just give you your money like that. You don't just leave like that. We talked about this. You're meant to give me at least 2 weeks to a month notice so I can find someone else. You can't just leave like that. And what annoyed me was that she told me, yeah, I understand. That's when she told me a day before. She was like, yes, I understand, no problem. So I thought I talked to her, like I talked some sense into her. Only if I had to come out the next morning, I was like, I'm going. Yeah. Didn't piss me off. I was like, see, if you leave this house, I'm not paying your money. I promise you, if you leave this house, I will not pay you. You don't just do that. We had an agreement. I'm with your money. I was only here for like 3 months, I think. She worked for us for like 3 months. I was with her 3 months salary. So I was like, you can't just leave that though. Like, you have to wait till I get a replacement before you leave. Or at least you give me notice. You can't just come a night before and tell me I'm leaving. It's not even like I'm the one firing you. So she was like, she's leaving. I said, Diana, bye-bye. Even after threatening her and telling her I won't pay you your money, she still left though. So that show you how evil the other one must have been to her. But what made me laugh was that when she not left, these workers are just so funny. They'll think they're threatening you. They'll be like, I'll leave. That don't worry. She wasn't like, don't worry. That she doesn't care. She packed her things and left. I was like, I know she's going to call me for that money. 3 months salary. You won't call me. So when she not left though, it's now the disrespect that I didn't like. She now called me. She's like, ma, I've not seen my money. She said, I've not seen my money. My mom was like, did you discuss giving you any money? Like, you're mad. You're mad, woman. And that's what pissed me off. That is what actually pissed me the hell off. I was like, how can I finish talking to someone calmly about not leaving and giving me enough time to find someone else? And I told you that if you leave, I won't pay you your salary. Unless you wait, let me find someone else. And you still carried your things and walked out and told me, don't worry, it's fine. And you don't think now you have left my house, you don't call me and tell me, I've not seen my money. Are you mad? You have not seen your money as per what? Serious case, sir. I blocked that number. She called me with another number again. That I should please pay her money. So these people don't even know who they're dealing with. They don't know who they're dealing with, you know? I was like, if you call this phone again. In fact, I called the agent that got her and I told him everything that happened. He was so pissed. He was like telling me, sorry, man. I told him, if she calls this phone again, both you and her, you'll see what I'll do to you. So he finished apologizing. Auntie said she was going to go and report me. She said that if I don't pay her money, she'll report me to, what's the name of that place? So, Brekete family. I think she did, but I didn't tune in that day because I really wanted to market my fashion house. I was like, if only she can just put in my business there while she was talking about me so that people come and buy my clothes, because you can't threaten me with nonsense like that. Shameless me. Nah, you can't even. I think she did. I think she reported me to Brekete family. I don't know if talked about me. In case people heard me somewhere talking about like me not paying my nanny. It's me. Yeah, it was me. I didn't pay her. So basically, she said she was going to report me that I didn't pay. That she worked for me and I didn't pay her salary. This one, that one. Anyways, that was story for that one. That one left. I didn't pay her. I didn't pay her. No, I don't make empty threats. I actually do not make empty threats. No, you don't do that. I don't like it. And I'm sure she learned from that. And the other nanny learned from that as well. Because after her, I got another nanny. 1 second. And I told her, just in case this old woman, because the next nanny I got was younger. I thought, just in case you're imagining killing this old woman and you want to leave, the best you can do for me is to tell me early before you leave this house, because I promise you I'm not going to pay you. This is my contract. I'm telling, like, straight up. So that's how I deal with my nanny. So they'll know I don't like playing games. No games. No. I told her I don't pay. I have your staff account. Your money is there. If you want access to it, if you want me to send money to your family, if you want money for anything, I'll give it to you. And if I fire you, if you have any need to go, I'll give you all your money and you go with it. I loved that nanny. That was one of my best nannies, actually. So she understood the whole thing. And she was here for a year. But before she left, she told me that because she was still going to school. So she told me that she had to go to school. So I kind of knew she was going to leave at some point. I'm using this concealer from Fenty Beauty as well. And this is in 385. The Pro Filter Concealer. So I knew at some point she was going to go. So that one is almost like we're counting down for her. She was one of my best nannies. I miss her sometimes, to be honest. She was so good. She was so hands-on with my child. I know when you're younger, like I said, the older one, she was so lazy. So lazy. So that even when my child started eating solid, instead of giving this boy food where he can chew, like, she will blend everything. This is a child that had teeth already. She will blend everything and give him watery food just because she was just lazy. I don't know, like, oh, God damn it. She'll make watery soup for him. It was so bad. I just couldn't. Got to a point, I told her to stop making food for him. Let the cook make food for him. Like, because in the beginning, she was claiming she could make food for him. So I told her I could be making the food. When I saw the kind of nonsense she was giving him, I was like, just leave it. Free it. And for my contour, I'm using Fenty Beauty as well in Espresso. Their matchstick. I was like, just free it. Don't cook for him again. So basically, the cook started making food for him. That's how I avoided that stress. So yeah, back to my story with the new nanny. So that one came, that one was good. Obviously, she had issues with that same old woman because that old woman was evil. So I know her type. She had issues with her, but the good thing with her is that she told me before she left that she was leaving. So everything was okay. I gave her money when she left. She saved enough. Like, she didn't even touch her money. So she worked with us for about a year. So all the money I was meant to pay her, she was cashed out. When she told me she was good, I was like, "Aye!" You know, it's painful when you have to transfer that amount of money. Anyways, so that was it for that that nanny. She was good, everything was fine. She had issues with the old one. The old one used to bully her, but she didn't like trouble, if that made sense. So she never reported her or anything. But I could see from the camera, I could see like she was always sending her, come on, go and do this, go and do that. And it was just a lot. So if I tell you, I know how that old nanny stayed with us for like almost 2 years. Yeah, she left when my son was 2, right? I don't know how it happened though, but she stayed though. Like I said, she was a horrible person, but she was good with my child. And to be honest, I feel like that's the most important thing for me when it comes to nannies. You're not my nanny, you're my child's nanny. If you're wonderful with my child, I don't care whatever is happening with people in the house. Like, that's your business, as long as you're doing your job well. So the issue I had with her was the fact that she was lazy. So I always now used to get like younger nannies to assist her, so they will not be the ones that are more hands-on with the child, especially when he started working and became a toddler. I just always got like younger nannies, so they'll be the ones that play with him and just assist. Then she's like almost like the one supervising everything since she was with him when he was a baby. So that's how I did that moving forward. Anyways, so that was it for the old nanny. Basically, she stressed the hell out of me, but finally, from nowhere, in fact, when I was pregnant with my second child, she was just like that she has to go back to her child. Not from nowhere, because I know she has always been complaining that her daughter was sick, and it was all this weird illness. They tell you she cannot walk again, her face twisted one side. I don't know if it's jazz, I don't know what happened to her child in the village, but basically got to a point where she was like she has to go back to the village, that she has been hearing so much stories about her daughter and she cannot just stay here and while her daughter is suffering. So it made sense. She finally left. I didn't fire her, she left by herself, so I gave her money to take care of her issues and everything, and that's how she left. So but before she left, when the first young one I employed left, like the one that went back to school I employed someone else that she was working with. Woo! Those two, they gave me shege. They showed me pepper. So basically, the two of them, in the beginning, they felt like they were besties. Wonderful. Igbo people as well, too. Because the young girl that came, she was from... Where was she from? I don't know, but she was Yoruba, I think. So they didn't really have clashes like that because of language barrier, I think. But when... I don't know why that old woman just doesn't like Igbo people. So when the next one I got was Igbo as well, they were seeming like best friends at first, so I was happy. But trust now, later on they started fighting again in Igbo. The same story. Oh, you witch, you this, you that, you eye service, you pretender, bloody bloody bloody. In fact, this second one that came to collect. She didn't come to play no games. No, she came to collect. She was like, see, I'm going to show you pepper in this house. That one was stronger, that one was more agile. She was like, me, leave this house. In fact, she had the goal of, before I leave this house, you must leave this house, if that makes sense. So I think with all of that, and she stressed that old woman, that I'm sure that added to her decision to saying, you know what, let me just leave this house for this girl. So actually she won because that old woman made sure everybody left. But with that one, she was like, you're going to leave before me, and she actually left before her. So this last one I'm talking about, horrible, because she came at a point, like I said, when I was pregnant and I was about to travel to give birth. So when the old one left, I was now telling the other one that, okay, see, I hope you guys are understanding what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not using names because, why am I not even using names? I mean, they've gone, so I don't know, I'm not using names. Anyways, basically, so when that one was now left with me, like when the one that had the daughter left, I now had the other one with me. So I was now telling her that, see, we'll be traveling. I'm setting with Fenty Beauty as well, and this is their setting powder in honey. So when she was with me, I had like a month before I traveled to go and give birth. So I told her, see, that are you sure you can do everything by yourself, or should I get someone to help you for this month? She was like, no ma, I can do everything by myself, don't worry, I can do it, don't need to get anybody. And that was the period my mom died as well, so I really needed like help. But she was like, no, it's fine, that she understands everything. I said, okay, no problem. So I didn't bother looking for someone else. I was like, it's fine, do it, let me not worry about looking for like a new staff. I don't like baking, like I don't like putting too much setting powder on my face. I just blend it out, in case you're wondering. So basically, she was like, yeah, she can do everything. I said, okay, no problem. No, end up getting someone there. She now showed me pepper. As soon as she realized that I was just vulnerable, like my mom wasn't here, nothing, like she now started showing me pepper. That woman was evil. If I call her, she'd be like, ma, hey, from nowhere. I don't know where this came from. Like, she just knew that I was desperate. This, mind you, I was like 7 months pregnant. She's just there being rude, disrespectful. If I tell her to do something, she'll take her time to do it. She stopped greeting me. Hey, I just kept on. My husband kept on telling him, just, Dibe, just manage, we'll soon leave. We'll soon leave 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks, no problem. I'll just counting down. And I think we had 1 more week before we traveled. So this particular day, we're in the dining eating. To be honest, I think this video will just be about nannies because I don't think I can put everything into this video. I'm sure it's really long. So let me just talk about nannies in this video. Maybe in another video I'll talk about like office staff and workers and all of that. So basically, I set my face sorry, set my face with this MAC powder in dark deep mineralized skin finish. So this is what I used to set my face. And I'm going to be contouring with Sleek face contour kit, and this is in, is there any color? Dark. And I'm using this brush. So when the dining eating one day, so I asked her for sugar. I was like, oh yeah, that's her name. So the way she answered me was like, Ma. No, she didn't answer. She didn't even answer. She just walked out. Came to me. I was like, is there any sugar in the house? And I told her, please get sugar for me. Or is there any sugar in the house? Something like that. She didn't answer. She just went to the kitchen. Brought sugar that has finished. And just dropped on the table. Like, she just got the container of the sugar and just dropped on the table for me. My husband was there with me as well. Mind you, I've been holding this thing. We've been piling it up and piling it up. So when she just dropped the sugar, I don't think she even expected she was going to leave that morning. So I just said, oh yeah, come on, be going. You see the shock on her face. She didn't expect it. Because she has already been doing this to me and I've been ignoring. So maybe she just thought that I was going to keep on doing the whole thing. She didn't expect this. I said, oh yeah, come and be going. She just said, Ma, I said if I stand up from here and you have not packed your things, eh? She was not like, huh. I was like, who are horrid? So my husband didn't say pim. He was there looking because he knew. He just knew. He wasn't even surprised that it even lasted that long. I'm using this blush from MAC as well, and this is a Pleasure model. He wasn't surprised that it lasted that long. She was like, Ma. I stood up. I told her, to the room. Go and pack your things. That's how she packed her things, so. And off she goes. I escorted her to the gate. No, I escorted her outside. My husband was like, don't worry. Let me escort her to the gate. Escort her to the gate because the girl was irritating. She was so irritating. That's how she left the house. So then finally, we traveled. The fact that I had to just survive that 1 week. Like, see, I was like, see, my peace of mind is more important than stress. Like, no way someone just evil for no reason. Like, God, I am the most gentle with my nannies because I'm like, these people take care of my kids. So like, even if I'm aggressive with the rest, like with the cooks or all of that, but with the nannies, I know I'm very gentle with them because I know they take care of my kids. I know they can just go and pinch them and do. So like, I don't joke with them. So for when they're not being wicked to me, when I know that deep down I'm nice to you, it really pisses me off. So I was like, just come and believe in it. I'd rather my peace of mind than dealing with this nonsense. That's how she left. So I didn't have a nanny for that 1 week with my 7 months pregnancy and with my toddler. It was just a lot. But anyways, it was just for 1 week. It was fine. We traveled, we gave birth, we came back, and then I finally got. No, I've had some nannies here and there that didn't last for like, they'll maybe last for 1 week, they'll leave, last for. There's one like mother-in-law got for me. That one, soft life. She loves soft life like me. Oh, that one came. I remember then, you know, when food is remaining, like if she gets food for me and I don't finish my food, auntie, you go and throw it away. You know, I'm like, why are you throwing the food? She's like, I don't do leftovers. I don't eat leftovers. I was like, okay. Then when we're gisting like this, like when my mother-in-law is around and we're gisting, she'll come and sit down with us. So she'll come and sit down to discuss stuff with us. That one didn't last. I think after 1 week she left. I just told her, come and be going. I can see this enough for you. I don't think they told her she was coming to do any work. I think they set her up. I don't know what she thought she was coming to come and do because she was just relaxing. She didn't used to wash plates. She didn't used to do anything. Like, she just go eat. She eats like 5 times a day. So when you see her eating the first time, she'll be like, this is just breakfast. She'll be like, I'm just snacking on this one. This is just lunch. This is just snacking before dinner. All this we're talking about is like swallow like this, so that she's snacking on. And she doesn't eat leftovers. So if you remain, she'll throw it away and make a fresh one for herself. I was like, auntie, and I can't remember her name. I was like, well, come and be going. I'm using this eyeshadow from NARS. It's orange, just for my crease. I was like, come and be going. It's not for you. She said, okay, ma. So I'm sure she'll be like, I agree with you. It's definitely not for me. That's how that one left. I'm using this eyeshadow from MAC in Embark. That's how that one left before I now finally got this set I now have now. And this is like the best decision ever. They're all young, they're all willing to work, and they're just all fun, and they all love each other. So I'm happy with the sort of nannies I have now. I've not had any issues with them, and everything has been good so far, basically. So I think that's my story with nannies. Like I said, what I do with my nannies is that, like I said, I don't pay them. I have a staff account for them. If they need money for anything, I give it to them, they do it. And if they're leaving by any chance, or if I fire them, I have no choice but to pay them their salary, everything they've kept. So I have somewhere where I write everything. If they deduct this, I write it. If they take this, I write it. So basically, that's how it works with my nannies, just so they don't set me up. So I advise you guys do it if you don't do it already. It's very important, and it's good to tell them in the beginning, so it's not like you set them up. It's almost like a condition. If you don't accept this, don't work with me. If you accept it, wonderful. And with that, it has worked for me to an extent, because the only person that left without anything was that first nanny. And like I said, I did not pay her. But moving forward, either I fire you, or if you're leaving, you have to give me notice. The woman that had a child, she gave me like 2 months notice or a month notice before she left. And the younger one, like I told you guys, she gave me like 6 months notice that she was going to do school and all of that. So I knew, and I got ready for that. So it's very important, so they give you that notice, and just let them know that they cannot just be leaving and stealing stuff anytime they feel like they want to, because you have to search them before they go and all of that. Another thing I do with my nannies is that I don't send them. My nannies don't leave the house. Like, my nannies don't go to markets. My nannies don't go to buy stuff for me. They're always in the house, because I feel like it's easier for them to just take whatever they want to take and off they go, you know. So I send the driver to do that, or I send any other person to do it, but not the nannies. Nannies, they just do their off days once in a while, but yeah, they're not always out. And like I said, I take care of my kids. I don't want them always interacting with outsiders and coming back and just interacting with my kids, you know. So that's another thing I know I do with them. And what else? Before I used to have a cleaner to clean, but now my nanny is now cleaning the house because my cleaner had elephantiasis. A lot has been happening, so I just said, you know what, no more cleaners. So my nannies now clean the house, but they just clean the general areas. They don't clean the rooms, because I don't think anybody can clean the room as well as I do, or the way I want it to be done. So yeah, they just clean general areas, and I clean like the rooms and all of that. What else? What am I meant to be doing next? Okay, yeah, and then I'll use this on my lead. This is from Pat McGrath, and what color is this? This is in Sextrovert. Okay, and I'll use that for my lead here. I'll use this brush. So basically, that's it for my nannies. Then for cooks, like I said, I feel like cooks should be a different video altogether, because I've had a lot of cooks, and all of them have been male cooks. But now I have a female cook, and that's the best decision I've made, to be honest. That's the best decision I have made, because male cooks are just mad. I've had like, they're actually mad people. Number one, they can't even cook that well. Number two, they'll be stealing from you to go to market. Every time things have increased in market, just use a bunch of useless people. So annoying. And another thing with my cooks is that they all know each other. For some reason, this is a budget, they all know each other. So anytime you fire one, I don't know if they're gonna send their brother to come and work here. I don't know, but it's the same agent, so I just didn't bother. So this female cook I got was a different person altogether. I was just like, I cannot deal with it. Cooks are the worst. They will cook nonsense for you, and they will expect you to pay them There's one that wanted me to pay him 70,000. I was like, who's paying 7,000? I have a cap for cooks. Once it passes 50, that's it. And I've had some I paid 30 before. Even that 50 self is shaky. When you start telling me 74, what are you cooking? No. So cooks, I've had probably around 12 cooks or 13 cooks. Once they stay 2 months off, 3 months off, like, they piss me off. Like, piss me off. Irritants, body odor. Ugh. Nah. And like I said, 1 second. I'm just lining my waterline with this Revlon eye pencil in So Fierce. Like I said, with cooks, I pay them at the end of the month, and I've had a couple of them that as soon as I pay them, you won't see them again. That's why I don't like trying that nonsense with my nannies, because these workers are just mad. They will mess you up. You pay them and you won't see them again. But with cooks, it's fine, because really, I even like eating out, so I never get stranded with cooks. Like, even if they like, they should leave, I'll get another one immediately. And while I'm waiting for another one, I can easily just order my takeout and enjoy myself. So not really my issue. Basically, I think we're done with that. Let's do lashes. I'm not going to be using eyeliner, like the liquid liner, because I'm going to be applying my lashes, so there's no need for that. I'm going to be using these lashes from Elora. I don't even know how I got these lashes. I think it was for a master class I went for, and they gave me this in the gift bag, I think. But this is what it looks like, and I'm going to be using it. And I have a hack for you guys. So basically, what I do, if you have issues applying strip lashes like this, I think the hack I usually do is using my blow dryer, because the goal to applying this strip lashes is making sure that the glue is tacky. And to get that tacky feel, I feel like no matter how much I blow it, I never get it like with my mouth. So I have to use like a blow dryer to just get it to that perfect texture before I put it on my eye. So I'll just show you guys what I do. So when you apply the glue, I'm using this duo glue. Perfect. I love this glue. I love this lash glue. This is the best lash glue ever. So I just use my blow dryer. I have it here. And I just, for like a few seconds, it's tacky. And what I do again, I don't know if you guys are seeing me, but I bend it. I bend the lashes so it's like going to form the shape of my eye. You know, so it's like this now. So I bend it to be like this. And then I just apply it on my eye looking down. And there you have it. I'll just use this to make sure it's in place. It's really that simple. So that is really the trick I use. Like I just make it tacky. So when I mean by tacky, that means if like it's sticky. So if you just put it to your eye, it just sticks to your eye basically. So that is my trick in case you want to learn how to put your lashes. So let me do this other one and I'll get back to you guys. So just let the rest dry on the eyelid. So basically I'm done now. So I'm just going to set my face. I'm almost done, not completely done, almost. I just set my face first before using my highlighter. I like setting my face so the highlighter just stays in place. Yeah, and I'm using this Urban Decay all-nighter makeup setting spray. So I usually like to do that before I use my highlighter. And this highlighter is from Sonia Keshuk, I think. Yeah, I've had this for the longest time and it's even broken, but yeah, that's what I'm going to use for my highlighter. So guys, let's talk about like work stuff. Might as well, since we're here. And it comes with a brush. I just use the fan brush to highlight. Office stuff can be very tricky. I've given you guys a little story already about like my hairdressers. If you guys have not seen it, I'll probably link the video below and you guys can watch it. Like the situation I had with my hairdressers in my salon when I traveled to go and give birth. Office staff. So basically I have a manager, I have a sales assistant, I have tailors and my social media handler, all of that. And they've been good so far, don't get me wrong. Like nobody is perfect. You can never get a perfect staff. You can never. And with them, I can't do the same thing I do with my house staff where I owe them salary. I pay them monthly because obviously they have like families. They don't live with me. My nannies, they live with me, so it makes sense to take care of them and provide everything they need. But with these people, they don't live with me, so I have to pay them monthly. They've been good so far. I've not really had issues where I'll say I'd rather not be with them. They're good so far. But tailors, let me focus on tailors. Woo, tailors. Anybody that deals with tailors should understand what I mean. Like, tailors will fuck you up. Tailors will mess you up. Like, see, do you know what? I feel like this video is going to be too long to talk about tailors. Maybe I'll make another video where I'm talking about tailors because they will mess you up. I've had to, in fact, tailors is like the biggest reason why I decided to stop bespoke. Like, it was because of tailors. Because tailors, then when I started my fashion house, I had like 6 tailors, and I promise you, I had some of them that will come cut people's fabrics, lace. These are lace that they got from Turkey and all of that. They'll cut it and leave it and just leave. Like, they don't care you're going to deal with it, to just leave you with it. And I was like, no customer is going to arrest me. It's not me they're going to arrest. Nah. So it really contributed to the reason why I was like, no more bespoke. I rather get designs, make them and sell it. I know that they're my designs, not the one you bring lace and tell me you got it from Turkey. Then one useless thing on and spoil it for me. No. So for sure, I definitely stopped bespoke because of tailors. Like, that was my major reason. Tailors messed me up. It was just too stressful. Yeah, I want to just darken my under eye. And I'm going to be using this eyeshadow from MAC. I know my voice sounds very funny, but it's my cough. So I'm going to be using this eyeshadow and this brush to just darken it, I think. Just smoke it out a bit. So I think I should just do another video about tailors, to be honest. But yeah, please share your experiences with me with nannies and what you think like will help. Like I said, I don't have any issues with my nannies now. Everything has been good so far. But share your experience and tell me what you suffer with or what you deal with. And like I said, I don't have any cleaner anymore. So I just try to reduce the amount of stuff I have in the house so I don't have headache. Because nice have cleaners then. If he's not there stealing my husband's boxers or stealing my husband's clothes, he's looking for something to steal. The same thing with cooks. But now I have all female staff, and that's actually the best decision, to be honest. Like, before I used to have all male staff, like minus the nannies, but now all female staff, and I've had peace of mind. I don't know if it's the same for you guys. Do you have all male staff or all female staff, and which one do you prefer? To me, I prefer my all female. It's easier for me, it's better for me. I'm fine with it. Like, thank you. So the only male staff in this house is just the driver. He's always outside. Not like he's like a proper house staff. He's not even allowed inside the house. He's always outside or the boys' quarters. So it's been good so far, to be honest. Then for my lips, why am I all over the place? I'm going to line my lips with this lip liner from Sephora. So yeah, I think that's it for my today's topic. I really don't want to get into like tailors and other workers, like I said, like, no, I have carpenters and what they call it, painters and other artisans, because I have a whole story. I have a lot of stories for you guys, so I think I should make it into another video. So maybe this one will be more of nannies and house staff, I guess, and maybe the next video I can talk about like tailors and artisans and all of that, because I'm using this lipstick from MAC and it's in taupe. I use it for my inner lips. I've been doing very neutral makeup these days, you know, so it's very simple, very neutral, and I'll just top it up with this lip gloss from Fenty Beauty, and this is in hot chocolate heat. So cute. Rihanna comes up with the cutest names for her makeup products, and I'll just top it off with that. So my makeup has been very simple these days because really nobody has time for serious makeup. Set my face with a little bit of powder as well because I don't like it being too dewy, just a bit. And I think we're done, right? I think we're done. I'll just put my hair down. I think I should do my edges. We're done. So guys, like I said, if you have any experiences or any kind of stories you have, please just share it down in the comments. I'm going to read a lot of them. I'm going to reply. I like to hear like your own experience and what do you feel like is better, like for house staff. Do you rather like all female or all male, or like you prefer like a male cook or a female cook? Obviously with nannies, I feel like women, they are better. Do you rather have like a lot of staff or like fewer staff? And with nannies, do you usually get like 2 nannies or just 1 nanny to do everything? Or does a nanny do like everything, like clean the whole house, cook, do all of that? I don't like it when they do everything because, like I said, when I have people taking care of my kids, I don't want them spending off kitchen or going to market. I don't know, I'm just weird because I feel like those things contribute to body odor. So I like someone in the kitchen and that is your job, be in the kitchen. And I like someone that if you're taking care of my kids, then take care of my kids. I don't like, you know, the same person taking care of my kids is going to market, cooking, cleaning, doing. No. So like I said, I baby my nannies because they're the closest to my kids, so I almost take them like my own kids, and I just make sure that they're just taken care of. I take care of all of them, no doubt, but I feel like with my nannies, because they take care of my kids, I just want them to be okay and to be fine, so I won't hear stories, that's what, you know. And yeah, basically we're done with today's makeup. I didn't really do much. I think lashes made it look very dramatic, but to be honest, I don't think I did much, and I have to look forward to go to, or look forward to blackmail to take me out. But yeah, this is what we look like. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll probably do another video talking about like other workers, so I don't put everything in one video, so it's not super long. But yeah, I'll do another video talking about other workers, like my tailors, talking about carpenters, painters, and all of that. And yeah, I think that will make more sense. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let's get to 1K. We're getting there, and I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.